What's up, guys?
Hi.
We are back with another reaction.
Yes.
What are we doing today?
So today I wanted to do another song from Drake's new album, For All the Dogs, and it's 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
I haven't heard this.
Me neither, but I heard it's pretty bar-y.
So after we reacted to the other one, what was the name of the one we did? The last one we did?
First person
Oh, that's
feature.
right, J. Cole. Yeah, I tried to skim through the album, but I got sidetracked and I didn't really listen, so I don't know.
I don't know, I just heard that this one's really bar-y, and it's like what do you call those songs that don't have choruses?
I think just no
It's
chorus.
a song without a
Just a
chorus.
straight
It's a rap
verse.
with no chorus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested and I'd definitely like to check it out.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. We probably should also pull up the lyrics on our phone because it's so new. I don't know if the lyric videos are going to be right.
That is a good point. So definitely get to that
Yeah.
to follow along with us because the video that I picked might not be that great.
Yeah.
But yes, so this video is sponsored by Carnivore Snacks. Carnivore Snacks is a great, amazing snack. That is one of my favorite snacks and one of my favorite meat snacks ever. This is the lamb shoulder. I'll show you what it looks like. Ooh. See that? That's the fat, the marbling. See like the salt everywhere. But it may look like a lot of salt, but I promise you it's not too much, not too little. It's literally the perfect amount of salt. And they're all absolutely delicious. They're like eating meat potato chips. And if you haven't tried them, you really should. And I highly recommend trying the sliders. My favorite are the lamb sliders. They also have a new line of Wagyu and some other new things going on. The lamb shoulder is actually new. But yeah, so use our coupon code with Smith for 15% off your order, and the link is in the description below. We are also sponsored by SeatGeek, which is a great website to get tickets from, whether it be for comedians, concerts, sporting events, literally anything you can think of, they have it. And you can use our coupon code with Smith for $20 off your first purchase, and the link is in the description below. Follow us on social media channels, and I'm about to pull up those lyrics right now.
Yeah, so I just pulled up the lyrics and on Lyric Genius and I looked at the about section. Apparently this is the second single from the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So does that mean it'll like go on the radio?
Yeah, and there's a music video. So
Oh,
I haven't heard this, but if this is what I'm thinking of, so I saw a video popped up in my feed of RFK Jr. and apparently he gets mentioned in one of Drake's new songs,
oh
and
really?
they were showing him a music video, so I'm assuming it's this one. So I heard
Interesting.
the only thing I heard from this song is the bar about conspiracies like the Kennedy guy or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So let's check it out.
yes.
So, as I have been told by whatever I was reading, I don't remember, there is no chorus. So, I'm going to have to figure out a place to pause.
So
So, it
there
could be a random, horrible place, and I apologize for that now.
so there are interludes in
Oh,
between verses.
okay. So, I'll try to listen for that.
So after you hear the word Czechoslovakian, you could pause it because that's the last.
Czechoslovakian. I will be on the lookout.
Yeah, I'm out here on the road. You can hear it in the voice. Still get this shit off though. Look. The money speaking for itself, I call it fortune tell. 5 top from a bitch that work at corporate sales. Chinchilla Ushanka, we skiing out in Courchevel. Breaking news, they try to kill him, but the boy prevails. I leave for tour and my niggas fucking go to jail. Preaching to the dogs about wanting more for themselves. It's weighing heavy on my moral scale. Knowing they gon' sell another Citizen Kane, they think they Orson Welles. Walking Chanel, they like, how the fuck you need more Chanel? I got these cats tucking tails on 4-quarter sales. I'm used to seeing tears drop over enormous meals. The restaurant clears out, faint echoes of Lauryn Hill. I say we gotta talk about us, I feel like Jordan Peele. Could tell I'm getting under your skin like an orange peel. Cause your words don't match your actions like a foreign film. And now silence in the lamb like the horror film. Things get quiet after me stating the obvious. Things get kinky after 15 years of dominance. That October sky is looking ominous. The money is autonomous. Shout to Oliver North, he out in Rome doing Toronto shit. And Jeremiah the watchdog, you niggas know what time it is. I'm in and out of Houston hobbies so much I'm a hobbyist. Hoes waiting on cinch in the lobby, that boy a lobbyist. Savage got a green card straight out of the consulate. Where I go, you go, brother, we Yugoslavian. Formal is a dress code, dog. So many checks owed, I feel Czechoslovakia, nigga, what the fuck?
It's very funny.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I apparently there was beef continuing between Drake and Joe Budden, and I was watching a video on YouTube about them talking about it. Apparently Joe Budden said something about this album, but people were saying like there was no bars on this album, and they're like, "There's never bars on Drake albums."
Next box.
There are. They're corny, some of them, but they're there. Yeah.
So, in God's hands, conductor. I don't know what that means.
So if you okay, apparently he's the producer. That must be his producer tag.
Be grateful that he was there. Glory. Yeah, I'm out here on the road. You can hear it in the voice. Glory. Still get this shit off, though.
So he's letting us know that he's recording it while he's on the road.
Yeah,
Probably during his concert that he was tour that he was just doing.
true. So the money speaking for itself. I call it fortune tell. Fire top from a bitch that work at corporate sales. Chinchilla. Ushanka. We skiing out in Courchevel. Breaking news, they tried to kill him, but the boy prevails. So the money speaking for itself, he calls it fortune tell. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's like money, fortune tell, speaking, but then like fortune telling is like predicting your future.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the future is he's got money.
Yeah.
And then fire top, he means like
Getting
head.
Yeah.
From a bitch that works in corporate sales. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what a chinchilla ushanka is.
So we know chinchilla, that's the fur.
Well, yeah, but
Oh, it looks like it's those hats.
someone wrote the phrases of reference to the luxury lifestyle Drake has obtained. Chinchilla fur is expensive and luxurious. Ushanka hats are typically made of fur from animals like sable or mink. Courchevel is a high-end ski resort in the French Alps. Okay,
So
so
this is-
they're skiing in like warm furs, expensive furs. Chinchilla is like one of the most expensive furs because the poor little animal's like this big. So
That's
you think of
Ushanka.
interesting because you think of a giant coat made from little animal this big. It takes a lot of animals,
Yeah.
and they're so cute.
And now.
Okay,
And then breaking news, they try to kill him, but the boy prevails. I don't know if there was an actual attempt on his life or he's just talking about
or
in
just like
general.
squash him, like no more, like not being like one of
On
the top
top.
rappers anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. I leave for tour and my dudes fucking go to jail, preaching to the dogs about wanting more for themselves. It's weighing heavy on my moral scale. Knowing they can sell another Citizen Kane, they think they Orson Welles. So he's saying, I guess, like his boys are still out there doing what they do and getting arrested for it while he's on tour, being famous and being a celebrity rapper. And he's preaching to them like you should want more for yourselves, but like, it doesn't seem like it's working out. It's weighing heavy on him because it upsets him. He wants them to try to do better like he is. And then I don't get Citizen Kane was written by Orson Welles, right?
Or he was in it, I think.
Oh. Yeah, I know nothing of that.
But yeah, so they're gonna sell another Citizen
Or he produced it.
Kane. So they're gonna sell. So his boys are gonna be selling people cocaine.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
But yeah, and the Citizen Kane, I believe Orson Welles was in it. Let's see there. I mean, we have Weird Genius
like
open.
Citizen, Kane. Got it.
It's spelled Kane, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in
a
it.
star. Okay.
Yeah.
But now I get it. Like it's Citizen, Kane. He's gonna sell another Citizen cocaine.
They're gonna sell another person cocaine. Yeah. So that's a nice play on that.
Got it. That took me too long than I'd like to point out. Let's move on. Walk in Chanel. They like, how the fuck you need more Chanel? That's just really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I got these cats tucking tails on fourth quarter sales. I'm used to seeing teardrops over enormous meals. The restaurant clears out faint echoes of Lauryn Hill. So then he has these cats tucking tails on fourth quarter sales. What does that mean?
Okay, so if you're tucking tails, it means like you're running away, you're scared. So it sounds like he's saying that he gets a lot of sales in the fourth quarter. So at the end, let's see if there's an annotation. Yeah, I don't. So there's no confirmed annotation. So the way I interpret it is that Drake just sells so many records, right? He's always like just selling and he makes a lot of money. So other people are like scared and jealous that they can't compete with him. They're not making money like he is,
Okay.
you know.
And then the next parts I don't really get either.
This one I don't know either. I'm used to seeing teardrops over enormous meals. So I don't know if this could be a few things. Either he's buying meals for people that are grateful and they're crying tears of joy, or he's, I don't know, breaking people's hearts. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure which he's referring to.
I mm, I don't get it. Someone explain. I feel like we're probably missing something here.
The restaurant clears out. Faint echoes of Lauryn Hill.
I don't get that either.
So I'm guessing he's buying out the restaurant, right? Nobody else is there, and then it's faint echoes of Lauryn Hill. So I don't know if like her music is playing or if that's a reference to like one of her songs. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure exactly.
I don't know. Let us know, guys, if you
Yeah.
know. Okay. I say we got to talk about us. I feel like Jordan Peele could tell I'm getting under your skin like an orange peel because your words don't match your actions like a foreign film. And now it's silence in the lamb like the horror film. So
Mhm.
he's like, we have to talk about us. He feels like Jordan Peele because that was the name of one of his movies is called Us.
Yeah.
And he has to talk about us, meaning like he has to talk about like their relationship or like what's going on with them. Um, could tell I'm getting under your skin like an orange peel. I mean, when you peel an orange, you're like putting your fingers under their skin to peel the orange peel off of the edible part.
So this verse that's on the screen right now maybe gives us more context to the line before about tears over enormous meals. Is it like he's confronting people over the dinners or what? You know what I mean? I still don't know, but whatever. It just made me think that
Yeah, interesting. I think this is about like a relationship though, like with a woman. I think it sort of transitioned into that.
maybe,
It's like we have to talk about us. Like you
maybe.
wouldn't say that to one of your boys unless
So
you were like,
he was talking about them before, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
also I'm kind of like I think I'm kind of like cheating because I looked at the words that are coming up next and I'm like, oh, okay, it might be a little relationship related. Um, so and your words don't match your actions like a foreign
That's so
film.
funny.
So I mean, basically if you're watching a film in like French and the subtitles are there, like it doesn't match up.
Or if like they dub over it, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, and it doesn't sync up. It's very funny.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then Silence in the Lamb, like the horror film, like she's getting quiet, she doesn't know what to say. And like Silence of the Lambs is the movie.
And they're in a Lamborghini.
Ah.
Silence in the Lamb.
Oh, I thought he was referring to the girl as like a lamb. Maybe it's a triple entendre.
Nah. So I think it's Silence in the Lamb, like the horror film. So he's confronting her in the Lamborghini, saying we got to talk about us.
But then she's
And
also like
then
not speaking. I
yeah.
don't know.
Well, exactly. That's why there's silence in the Lamb. You
And
know what I
yeah,
mean?
so it's three. It's a triple entendre kind of. If you
Maybe.
look at her as him referring to her as the lamb.
Maybe. Oh, I get what you're saying. That
Yeah.
could work. That could work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You might be right.
Okay. Um, things get quiet after me stating the obvious. Things get kinky after 15 years of dominance. That October sky is looking ominous. The money is autonomous. So she's quiet because he's like stating like the facts of their relationship and she probably doesn't want to hear it or it upsets her.
Yeah, confronting it. Yeah.
And then things get kinky after 15 years of dominance. I think he's talking about like 15 years of him dominating the rap scene.
Yeah, he has. He's been the biggest artist for I so a lot of people saying, I do believe it to be true, Drake has had the longest run of any rap artist ever of being on top,
Yeah,
like ever. Like Eminem has technically like sold more, but his run was shorter by default because, he got clean, he went away for years. Like Drake has not gone away for 15 years straight and has been on top.
that's true.
Yeah.
And he goes, that October sky is looking ominous. The money is autonomous. So October, like Drake's very big on October. Like he is born in October. It's his birth month. And
His label OVO, October's very own.
I believe he's a Scorpio.
This was released in October, this
Yeah.
album. So
Which we probably should have realized when everyone was like, oh, it's dropping in September. Or like next week in September.
well, he
And then
was
next
saying
week in
that though.
September. It's like,
He
I'm not surprised that it's October.
Yeah, he waited. He did keep pushing it back. But yeah, so I think he's saying like that October sky is looking ominous, meaning like, he's October. He reps like you were saying. He claims October, so it's like I run shit in October, and for nobody else.
Yes.
And I think it could be a reference explicitly to this album being dropped. And then the money's autonomous, meaning it's making its own money. It's just like, like they say rich people, their money works for them, makes money.
Yes.
He's such a big operation that the money he's making is just making itself now.
Shout to Oliver North. He out in Rome doing Toronto shit. And Jeremiah the Watchdog. You dudes know what time it is. I'm in and out of Houston hobby so much. I'm a hobbyist. Hoes waiting on Sench in the lobby. That boy a lobbyist.
Nice.
You want to explain this one?
So Oliver he's OVO with Drake. He's part of his crew.
Okay.
So he's just out in Rome doing Toronto shit. So they're from Toronto. So he's just doing worldwide stuff, but he's staying true, doing his Toronto thing. I don't know what specifically it is, but whatever. He's just shouting them out. Jeremiah the Watchdog. You dudes know what time it is. So this is very clever. So Jeremiah, I believe, is that his? Jeremiah's Drake's bodyguard, right?
Okay.
So, but the watchdog, so obviously he's a bodyguard, so he's looking out for Drake. But so he mentions watch, and then he says, you know what time it is. So watch time. That's cool.
Good one.
I'm in and out of Houston hobby so much. I'm a hobbyist. Okay, I get the bar.
I don't know what Houston hobby is.
I don't either. Houston hobby is a call to William P. Hobby Airport in Houston,
Okay.
Texas. That makes sense. So he's in and out of Texas airport so much they call him a hobbyist. And then
And what's a Sench?
who's waiting on the Sench in the lobby? That boy, a lobbyist. Okay, so we get the lobbyist bar. Sench, I don't know. Central C. Oh, the UK rapper. He was that white dude that was rapping, doing all the slang in like the UK. I never showed that to you. I think I told you about it. I don't think I ever showed it to you. We got to react to that. So I think is he on Drake's team or they teamed up? So yeah. So they're waiting on him. That boy, a lobbyist.
Okay. And then Savage got a green card straight out the consulate. Where I go, you go, brother. We Yugoslavian. Formal is the dress code, dog. So many checks owed. I feel Czechoslovakian, dude. What the fuck? So Savage, he's talking about 21 Savage because he wasn't allowed. He was sent back to Canada, right?
Yeah.
Or where he was from.
The UK, I think.
The UK, yeah,
but
yeah.
He got a green card apparently.
For here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, where I go, you go, Yugoslavian, like Yugoslavia, kind of like go together, where you go.
You go, I
It's
go,
funny.
yeah.
And then so many checks owed, he feels Czechoslovakian. It's kind of like a play from Yugoslavian because it was Czechoslovakia.
Yeah,
right?
he actually does say, I feel Czechs owed Slovakian, which is obviously the play on Czechoslovakian. I'm Czechoslovakian. It's not a thing anymore, though.
No.
And I always wondered if I would be from the Czech Republic or Slovakia.
We may never know.
I'll never know. All right, so this is where we left off.
Yeah.
So there's an interlude and then another verse. Okay, so we're going to pause after the next verse, too, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
That'll be the last pause, and then we'll play it out.
Nah, I'm moving different right now, for real. Like, I feel like if Mike switched out the glove for the pen, like, this shit just too enticing right now, you know? Look. Diamonds do the silly dance, I raise up the wine glass. Metal detectors beeping, it's security bypass. The numbers going up, someone pull up the line graph. The days are going by, it's like I'm living in time lapse. They talking to Adele like he majored in finance. Shania Twain notepad, I'm making it line dance. You try and rob me and it's gonna feel like you sitting at your favorite restaurant, cause nigga, that's where you dine at. Mob ties, I swear we like a bitch with fine sisters and fine cousins, the family all bad. I'm preaching to the dolls about cleaning their images. I swear I'm like a young TD Jakes to my menaces. Long kiss goodnight, PDA for my nemesis. 300 acres, PGA on the premises. That's what's really bracking like this verse in parenthesis. I'm giving hits to niggas on some don't even mention it. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, give me back whenever.
Okay, sorry.
Well, this will be our last pause.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be too much to break down this and the next verse. You know what I mean?
True. Okay.
So the interlude, he says, I don't know if you
I
want to
just
cover
missed
that.
it.
He says, nah, I'm moving. There you go.
Nah, I'm moving different right now for real. Like, I feel like if Mike switched out the glove for the pen, like, this shit just too enticing right now, you know? So he's moving different. He feels like if Michael Jackson picked up a pen instead of the glove, so like if he were writing his own raps and stuff.
Yes. Interesting tie-in. So, well, that was like his thing, the glove, right? So he's saying he's the equivalent, but with the pen instead of the glove.
Yes.
Um, Interesting. When we did first person shooter, he
Yeah.
made reference to Beat It and Michael Jackson's record that he's about to break. So
Yeah.
he's mentioning him again.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to follow along while you read the line
Sure.
so you don't have to keep bouncing back and forth? I'll do it for you.
Okay. So diamonds do the silly dance. I raise up the wine glass. Metal detectors beeping and security bypass. The numbers going up. Someone pull up the line graph. These days, the days are going by. It's like I'm living in time lapse. So diamonds do the silly dance. I guess he's just talking about the fact that he's got like so many diamonds on that like when they move, like it. I don't know.
So I was imagining the sparkle from it.
Oh,
Do you know what
okay.
I mean? The sparkle is like doing the dance. They're like glistening, dancing, you know?
Yeah. He says metal detectors beeping because he's got so much like jewelry on him, right?
Yeah, so it's interesting. He says metal detectors beeping and security bypass. So
Or he has like guns on him and they're just like, we get it, you're fine,
it's
keep it
something, or
moving.
the jewelry. Yeah, it's something because, yeah, the metal detector's going off, but he's bypassing security. So it's
Yeah.
like, is he going through the metal detector? Do you know what I mean? Or they're just letting him
Yeah.
go? You know what
Or
I
like
mean?
they're just letting him go. They're like, we know you got a gun, it's fine.
Or all the
Or
jewelry.
whatever it is that you
Yeah,
got.
for sure.
So his numbers are going up. Someone pulled up the line graph. He's talking about like the numbers of his sales and everything. And interesting, he says the days are going by. It's like I'm living in a time
I like
lapse.
that line.
Like they're moving by like quickly.
Yeah, time lapse videos obviously when they record like 24 hours or something
Yeah, and
and
then you like
they
speed
speed
it
it up
up.
and you see it just you see the whole course of a day in like a minute or so.
Yeah.
So he's saying it's like that. Time's just blowing by, moving so
I
fast.
wonder what it feels like.
Well, I mean, don't you feel like I feel like we feel like that in our own
No,
life.
for sure, but
Yeah.
no,
I guess he's just living fast, so everything's happening.
that's true. Been talking to Adele, like he majored in finance. Shania Twain, notepad, I'm making it line dance. You trying to rob me, and it's gonna feel like you sitting at your favorite restaurant, because dude, that's where you dine at.
Nice.
So talking to Adele, like it's like a reference to like Adele the singer, but then he's talking about like Adele computer. Like if you majored in finance, you'd be sitting there at your computer,
S-
doing finance stuff.
Yes, but he's talking about a different
Oh.
Adele. You got the Dell bar, the computer bar, but it's a different.
Adele is known for being the executive producer of Euphoria with Drake.
So that's his friend.
Okay, so I'm definitely not the only person to think he's talking about Adele the
Well,
singer.
he said he majored in finance. So that's how I knew it wasn't her. Adele Future Prince Nur
Saying like been talking to Adele, like he's referring to himself in
by
the
saying
in the
he.
second
Oh,
conversation.
interesting. Yeah.
And then Shania Twain, like he's writing raps on the notepad, making the lines dance with like how fast he's writing or something like that.
So
And then Shania Twain, like her type of music is,
country music.
yeah.
You would line dance too. Yeah.
And then if you try and rob him, it'll be like at your favorite restaurant because it's where you're dying at, like dine at, but dying at.
DINE. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dining. Yeah.
And mob ties, I swear we like a bitch with fine sisters and fine cousins, the family all bad. I'm preaching to the dogs about cleaning the images. I swear I'm like a young TD Jakes to my menaces. Long kiss goodnight. We'll stop right there.
Yeah, it's easier.
So this is an interesting one. So it's kind of like saying fine sisters and fine cousins, the family all bad. Like you get a fine, like it's a bad thing, right?
So it's
Like from the cops.
the mob ties is where it ties in. So he's saying he has ties with the mob, right? But the mob, the whole family is bad because they're all
Yeah,
criminals. So then that's why he's saying like a bitch with fine sisters and fine cousins, they're all bad, meaning hot, but
but also like they're
the
bad.
mob is criminals, so they're bad. Yeah.
Because then you could also think that it means like they're getting fined for things.
Yeah.
I don't
Bad.
know.
Yeah, sure.
And then he's telling like all his boys they need to clean up their images. That goes along with the lines in the beginning of the
Verse.
song.
Yeah.
And I don't know who T.D. Jakes is.
So he's like a pastor and he like writes books. He's like a self-improvement. Quickly see, is there an annotation for it on Genius?
So he's a preacher, senior pastor, and author. Drake draws comparison to Jake preaching to those around him to clean up their image as he recounts an earlier line.
Yeah. So 50 Cent has rapped about him. He's a famous black pastor. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's like TD Jakes to his menaces. Alarm went off.
Okay. Long kiss goodnight, PDA for my nemesis, 300 acres, PGA on the premises.
Nice.
That's what's really bracken.
Mhm.
That's what's really bracken, like this verse in parentheses. I'm giving hits to dudes on some, don't even mention it. So he's basically saying like the long kiss goodnight, that's like the kiss of death, like you're gonna die. And then for his nemesis, like PDA, like he'll do it like out in public.
Public display of affection stands for.
And then he's basically saying his house, or he has 300 acres with his homes. So it's like having, like, he basically have the PGA tour where he lives.
Yeah, the Professional Golf Association. Yeah.
And then I don't get this.
So Bracken, interesting. So instead of Kraken, so Bloods, they will replace words with C's with B's. So that's where we get, instead of Kraken, you get Bracken from.
Okay. And then he's saying like the verse in parenthesis, like bracket.
Yeah, like bracket,
Yeah.
Bracken. Yeah, so you would see the verse in parentheses, like verse 2. Like literally on Lyric Genius, you should see it. Yeah, there's brackets next to the verse numbers if you see. Yeah, so that's very clever.
And then giving hits to some of his boys, like don't even mention it. He's just like giving out verses for people. He's like
hits, like it's nothing to him to just give away hits. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right, this is where we left off, so we'll finish it out.
Even mention it, like don't even worry about it. Like get me back whenever, or don't. You know, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah. Look. You young boys take some of that money and set it aside. Not having enough to pay your taxes a federal crime. You niggas obsessed with me and it's not on no hetero vibe. Handle beef so quiet, you think that I'm letting it slide. Next thing you know, we tiptoeing past enemy lines. Diss me so long ago, we making your memories fly. Conspiracy theories start floating around like a Kennedy guy. I'll probably hold a grudge against you guys till I'm 75. Hey, niggas lying for a living, I couldn't relate. We all gotta lay in the bed we make, but that couldn't be Drake. You forced a lot of fake love when real ones stood in your face. That's why you got deserted by your niggas like Puddin' and Cake. I got you on camera bowing down, but the footage is safe. Thank God, another USB to put in the safe. Thank God, at the crib dipping my foot in the lake. I swear that y'all turned me into the villain, I couldn't escape. Not saying I'm the best at what I do. I'm just saying that it's me versus whoever wanna lose. Pick any one of the who's. I got 2 tools for new crews. RIP to the DJ from Houston, we lose screws. Helicopters, cop lights, and news crews. Niggas steady crying to my daddy, well boo-hoo. You probably heard a lot about the boy. Well, true, true.
All right. So there's a third interlude, and
Yes.
it goes like, "Don't even worry about it. Like, you can hit me back whenever, or don't. It is what it is. I guess. Yeah. Look." So I guess he's talking to his boys that he gave out the verses to.
Yes, that ties in with the
Yeah.
last line of the second verse. Yeah.
You young boys take some of that money and set it aside. Not having enough to pay your tax is a federal crime. You dudes obsessed with me, and it's not on no hetero vibe. Handle beef so quiet, you think that I'm letting it slide. So he's telling, like, it's going along with the last verse and the first verse. He's trying to give, like, his dogs advice,
Mhm.
and they're not taking it clearly. And he's saying, like, make sure you have money to pay your taxes, because if you don't pay your taxes, you will go to jail. You can't evade it. They
Mhm.
always get you. Um, and he's saying that, like, people are obsessed with him, and it's not in a hetero way. He's basically saying, like, the guys are obsessed with him in, like, a
A gay way.
gay
Yeah.
way.
Interesting that he said that.
And he says he handles any beef with him so quietly that you would think that he does nothing about it.
That's so awesome, that line. So it's
Yeah.
like like he handles beef, right? But to the public, it's like, oh, he's not doing anything about it.
Yeah, you would have no idea.
So I was wondering if there was a thing with beef and slide, but I think not. Yeah, that's where my mind went first, but I don't know about
No.
that. I think I might be reaching on that one, but that is where my mind went.
Okay. Next thing you know, we tiptoeing past enemy lines. Diss me so long ago, we making your memories fly. Conspiracy theories start floating around like the Kennedy guy. I'll probably hold a grudge against you guys till I'm 75. So you take this one.
So yeah, next thing you know, we tiptoeing past enemy lines. So that goes back with the silently handling beef. So tiptoeing, you'll be quiet past enemy lines. You're handling the beef, taking care of them quietly. So this one's a diss me so long ago, we making your memories fly. So you dissed him a while ago. Now he's coming back at you. When he says we're making your memories fly, I don't know if he's talking about like he's bashing your brains in. Do you know what I mean? Like making your brains fly, or if he's saying like you're gonna lose your memory or you forgot about it. I'm a little confused. I wonder if there's a annotation on this. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so there's not a confirmed one. There's a not a confirmed annotation, but somebody interpreted it as like a bullet, meaning you're literally your brain flying, so your memories would be flying.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right. That was just how I interpreted it.
Yeah. No, it seems right.
Conspiracy theories start floating around like the Kennedy guy. So this is the thing I was referring to, that RFK Jr. posted a video that someone showed him this line. So this could work a few ways. It could be RFK Jr., who currently today is known for people that call him a conspiracy theorist, or you could take it with his uncle, President JFK, all the conspiracies around his death. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
It's
It
like,
could be like a double entendre.
yeah, like who killed JFK, and then also the modern day RFK Jr. conspiracy. And then straightforward, I'll hold a grudge till I'm 75, meaning, he doesn't forget. He's always going to handle it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a dude's lying for a living. I couldn't relate. We all gotta lay in the bed we make, but that couldn't be Drake. You forced a lot of fake love when real ones stood in your face. That's why you got deserted by your dudes like pudding and cake. So he's saying, like, the people that he doesn't trust, they're lying for a living. He can't relate to that. He doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Um, we all have to lie in our bed that we make. So basically, like, what you always have to face the actions of the consequences of your actions. But Drake doesn't have to deal with that because he doesn't lie. He doesn't do that type of stuff.
Yes.
Um, he's pretty much accusing them of like fake love, even when he was being like a real one with them.
Yeah, exactly. You opted for fake people and fake love instead of real people like me and real love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he said that's why you got deserted by your people, like pudding and cake, because deserted, like desserts, pudding and cake are desserts.
but they left you. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you on camera bound down, but the footage is safe. Thank God another USB to put in the safe. Thank God at the crib, dipping my foot in the lake. I swear that y'all turned me into the villain. I couldn't escape. So
Who the fuck is he talking about here?
I don't
This
know.
is so interesting.
So he's saying that, like, I guess someone was bowing down to him. He's like, I see you. Like, I have proof of you, like, kissing my ass, right? Is what he's saying.
Yeah, so this could mean anything.
He's got blackmail on someone.
Yes, I don't know. So I clicked to see if there was an annotation. There's nothing. Nobody knows specifically. So this is just going to feed speculation. There's somebody who, assumedly, we would know, who
Mm,
is. So when he says bowing down, I don't know what that means. I don't know
I
if it
don't
means
either.
they publicly shit on Drake, but he has footage of them saying they like Drake or doing something. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. It
Yeah.
could. I don't know if he has like compromising footage of somebody doing something they wouldn't want out there, but he's letting you know I have this and but it's safe and I'm going to put the USB drive that holds this footage in the safe. So in case I need it for later, I could always bring it back.
Yeah. So literally is blackmail on you.
Yeah. I wonder who
And then he's saying, thank God at the crib, dipping my foot in the lake. So I guess just blessed for his home and what he has.
on the lake. Yeah.
Yeah. And you turned him into a villain. So with all the shit you've like put him through or like weren't good to him, like now he's the villain and it's like now I can do whatever I want, even though I wanted to be the good guy. Like I'm the villain now.
Well, it's like, yeah,
To you.
you backed me into the corner and I have no
Yeah.
choice but to be a villain. It's interesting, villains tend to escape, like,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Little tie-in.
Okay. Not saying I'm the best at what I do. I'm just saying that it's me versus whoever want to lose. Pick any one of the who's who's. I got 22s for new crews. RIP to the DJ from Houston. We lose screws. So he's saying he's not the best rapper, I guess, but that
He'll beat.
it's he'll beat anybody who he goes
Yeah, it
against.
was clever.
And then pick any one of the top rappers. And then he goes, I have 22s for new crews, so he'll shoot you.
Yes.
And I don't know the DJ from Houston.
DJ Screw.
Oh, okay.
So we lose screws.
But
So
like lose as well, like because he passed.
yes, we lost him, and then also we're crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool.
And then helicopters, cop lights, and news crews. Dudes steady crying to my daddy. Well, boo-hoo. You probably heard a lot about the boy. Well, true, true. Ha ha. Mm,
So I'm guessing that there's a lot of I'm trying to remember what the. So I don't know if he's directly tying it to the little part before about the 22s for new crews, but either way, there's a lot of helicopters and cop lights and new crews. So there's a lot of attention, you know what I
okay.
mean? I guess surrounding him, either for I don't know if it's necessarily crime related, like he did something, or he's just so big that like when he travels, there's cops, you know what I mean, and news crews everywhere.
That makes
And then
sense.
he says, "Dude, steady crying to my daddy." Well, boo hoo. So that's interesting. I guess people go to Drake's dad and are like, "Oh man, he did this to me. Tell him to stop," which is interesting.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they know him. Maybe they're appealing because like it's interesting when Jay Z and Nas had their beef. Like Jay Z's mom got involved, saying like he went too far, and like Jay Z apologized. So like people's parents do get approached to try to get some sympathy. You know what I mean?
That's kind of funny.
And then you probably heard a lot about the boy. Well, true, true. So he's saying what you heard is probably true, which is
And that you've
interesting.
heard a lot about me.
Yes.
And then it just goes into in God's hands. Yeah, be grateful that he was there. You talk about God.
And maybe himself. Be grateful that he was there. Like I know
Mm,
it's a reference to God, but and
yeah,
that God was there, but maybe he's saying be grateful that I was there.
that's true. Double entendre.
Could be.
So yeah, I thought this was really, really good. It's cool with the bars. Like whoever said, I don't remember who said it. Whoever said it was gonna be Bari was right. Definitely Bari.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really liked it. I feel like the last song we did was great. This song's great too.
What's your thoughts on the beat?
So I was more focused on the lyrics. the beat just seems like something to put in the background to just go along. Like this isn't like a song for the beat, I guess.
I
I don't
found it
know.
boring. So
It's a little
it's
like calm.
so it's interesting. So I typically don't love beats like this, although so like it is like a very like soulful, like soul music type of beat, which is I don't necessarily dislike. Like Fabulous did the soul tapes and he like sampled, soul beats and rapped over them, and I loved that. But something about this, it was like monotone, like
Mm,
monotonous. With that being said, Drake did well over it. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
think it matched the vibe of how he was delivering the lyrics. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure he got the beat first and then decided to rap like that over it. So they went well together. The way he rapped with the beat. You know what I mean? But it's not my favorite beat. The lyrics are interesting though. There's a lot of clever one-liners. Some of them a little corny, but it
Yeah.
was cool. I liked it. He's
I
just
liked it too.
talking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, we liked it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But definitely check out Carnivore Snacks, SeatGeek, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.
Yes. See you. Bye.
Bye.